Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Straight Out of Boston here, aka the King of Boston. Today we are back for episode 42 of the Georgia State Dynasty here on NCAA Football 14. And today, obviously, as always, we're getting things started with a little bit of recruiting here. We have potentially one of our top recruiting classes ever coming into the school. If we can get a few of our top guys to commit to Georgia State, that would be massive for the program. Now, after a couple people decided to commit to other schools, or we just fallen too far behind them in the points race, we had about 13 open spots on our recruiting board, so we decided we would add some more people. Now, as always, when I'm looking kind of towards the middle of the year for new recruits to add to the board, I'm looking for people with low lock percentages. That way, we still have a good chance of getting them. They're not leaning towards a couple different schools more so than others. Still very open, and if we can try to swoop them there and grab a couple of them, that would be very nice. So we look towards them, and you can see we're adding a couple more right here. I went for at this time there's a lot of skill position guys, but I tried to look for some more like linebackers, offensive linemen, defensive linemen, more so than just quarterback, wide receiver, halfback, defensive back, all that stuff. So anyway, recruiting Chaz Williams here, and that would give us our 6,500 points for the week. We also have one head coach upgrade for head coach Ian Vogt, and we're going to upgrade some more of his recruiting. As always, I've had about 16 head coach upgrades now, and all of them have gone towards recruiting, as that's the part that I think I need the biggest help with, so to say. So anyway, we're in week 9 here, going up against Army. Now last year when we faced Army, we faced them in the Georgia Dome, and we made a statement by winning, I believe it was like 31-3. It was a dominating performance, and it really set the tone for the second half of the season. This year we have the opportunity to do the same sort of thing. We can really set the tone for the second half of the season. We're 5-2 entering this week. We are undefeated in conference play, 3-0, and we really want to make a statement and get a big road victory here against the Army Midshipmen. So anyway, Army Midshipmen? Is that the Navy Midshipmen? I don't remember. Nonetheless, Kylie Neal's there for a 6-yard pickup out of the backfield in the reception. That's going to set up a third and 8 coming up later in the drive. Ben McLean will drop back, looking for the screenplay, but he forces it. I tried to do too much right there. Poor mistake on my part. That's going to be a fourth down. We will punt it away. So now Army's first possession, 3rd and 11. AJ Sure is going to drop back, fire over the middle, caught by Elijah St. Hilaire, but he's going to end up getting brought down 2 yards short of the first down marker. That's going to be a 3 and out, so we take over 2nd and 9. McLean going to drop back. He's going to get sacked, and that would lead to another punt away. So here we go, Army with the ball back later towards the end of the first quarter already. Sure fires over the middle. That's caught, but again, stopped short of the first down. A big 4th down stop, and really set the tone for the first quarter. 0-0. You know, a big defensive battle so far. Nothing going on offense for either side. Some big defensive plays, and let's see if that continues throughout the game. We start the second quarter here with the ball for Georgia State. Ben McLean looking over the middle, caught by Justin Wagner right there. There'll be a 19-yard pickup on the gain. And now here we go on 3rd and 10. Shotgun set. McLean is going to drop back. He's going to end up firing this one left side, caught by his man. That will be Paul Walker for the 17-yard gainer. Now on 3rd and 12 later in the drive, McLean dropping back, fires to the left side, and that is almost intercepted. Poor play right there. Poor decision by McLean. And that's going to set up 4th and 12. We're going to bring the field goal unit out for a 52-yard field goal. This kick is going to be snapped down. Kick is on the way. It is up, and it is good. A 52-yard field goal, school record. Will Lutz continues his All-American type season. He has not missed yet this year, and has extended his range. His first ever 50-plus yarder. That was a good time for it, too. We take a 3-0 lead. Now later in the second quarter, Antonio Huff on the punt return is going to pick up about 6 yards in the return, but we get very good field position after another stand by our defense. So 1st and 10. Here's going to be a pistol formation offset to the left, play action fake. McLean to the right side, fires it. Rufus Warren is there. He's going to pick up some nice yards after the catch, and that'll be a 19-yard pickup. Now on 2nd and 11, shotgun set. We're going to hand this one off to Kylie Neal up the middle. Neal got off to a slow start today, but his end of the day would not be so slow. As you'll see at the end of the day, his final stat line is going to look pretty crazy, but nonetheless, Kylie Neal up the middle right here, going to get another nice 9 or 10-yard gain. That's what Kylie Neal does. He doesn't break off the big 60, 70-yard runs, but he consistently gets 10 to 12 yards on a lot of his carries, and that's what makes him so special. Ben McLean on the read option, quarterback keeper slides down for a 1st down, and that's going to set up 1st and goal. Now 3rd and goal inside of the 5-yard line. It's going to be a read option. McLean keeps it, he breaks a tackle, and barrels his way into the end zone for the 3-yard touchdown run. Impressive run by a quarterback that's really known for his pocket skills more so than his skills outside of the pocket. But Ben McLean, beautiful play right there, and we pick up a 10-0 lead. Now with just a minute and 15 seconds to go in the second quarter or first half, Army's going to take over, and that's going to be a nice pickup right there. 1st and 10, Army with the ball. They're going to drop back. AJ Sure is looking. He's got tons of time. Fires it right side. Beautiful catch by his man Brian Nobles. That's a 12-yard pickup for Army, and they're looking to drive here and cut this lead to a one-possession game before the end of the first half. Sure scrambles to the right side. He's going to take off, avoids the tackler, gets hit hard, but picks up 7 yards in the gain. And now here we go on 3rd and 3. Sure is going to do a little read option. He's going to keep it and pick up the 8-yard gainer and the first down. And the drive will continue for Army as they will drop back. Fire left side, caught by Brian Nobles. Down the left sideline, a little yards after the catch right there. That'll give him a 14-yard gainer before he's pushed out of bounds. Now 1st and 10, shotgun set. Sure is going to drop back. Looking on the screenplay, he finds Eliza Shane Hilaire. And Hilaire is going to get into the end zone for the touchdown, a 13-yard touchdown. And Army cuts the lead down to 3. 12 seconds left in the half. Here we go. Justin Wagner down the sidelines as we're looking to put some more points up on the board before the clock expires. And now here we go on 1st and 10. Shotgun set. McLean looking over the middle. He's going to actually find Justin Wagner on the hitch route right there. And I decided I wasn't going to go for the end zone on that play. I just wanted to get into field goal range for Will Lutz. I know automatic he's been this year, and he continues his strong season with a 48-yarder, his second 45-plus yard field goal of the game. And we take a 13-7 lead into the half. Great performance so far by Will Lutz. The offense has been okay. The defense has been pretty good outside of that one drive. We'll have to see which side can step it up. But AJ Sure on the first possession for Army in the second half scrambles up the middle and will pick up about an 8-yard gainer right there. Now later in the drive on 2nd and 10, AJ Sure dropping back, scrambles up the middle once again using his legs today. And the linebacking core for Georgia State has performed very well against the run, but more so against the designed run than kind of the drop back, can't find anyone to scramble off to the right run. So we'll see if that continues. But AJ Sure on 3rd and 13 fires it to the end zone. It's intercepted by Antonio Huff. A huge play by the freshman cornerback, forcing a turnover there that'll give us the ball. Pretty good, well, not really good field position, but huge momentum swing. And then deep down the sideline, Paul Walker is there across the 15, 10, 5. He's going to be brought down at the 1-yard line. We rarely strike for the big play, but we do so there. Now 1st and goal, we're going to look to pick up Paul Walker. That touchdown that he just missed, but that's intercepted. We tried to force it in there on the play-action screenplay. I really wanted to get Paul Walker that touchdown. I don't know why. That was such a stupid decision, and I didn't even try to read the play. I just fired it there right as early as I could, not even thinking that the guy would be there for the interception. And that turns into a pick 6. Talk about a momentum swinger. We go from forcing a turnover, getting what looks like 7 points on the board, to end up losing our lead 14-13. So how will this offense respond? We'll have to see. That's an 8-yard pickup for Avery Sweeting. And now here we go, a handoff to Blake Gardner up the middle on the read option. Gardner crosses the 50-yard line and will pick up 14 on the gain. Now here we go on 1st and 10 later in the drive. Shotgun, actually pistol formation. Handoff to Kylie Newell up the middle. He'll go to the outside, then cut back in. And it'll end up picking up the first down and a little bit more on the play. Now 1st and 10 for Georgia State. McLean is going to do a little play action fade, dropping back, scrambling to the right side. Doesn't see anybody, and he's going to end up taking this one for himself. Instead of doing a little dump off to a guy like Rufus Warren, we decided to use those blockers for McLean running, and that would lead to a first down. Now Kylie Newell up the middle on another handoff. That's going to be another 12-yard gainer. That's what I'm talking about. These 10 to 12 to 14-yard gains that Neal is so good at. And 1st and goal, hand off to Blake Gardner up the middle, and Gardner's going to get into the end zone for the 3-yard touchdown. Just like that, we take the momentum back. We extend our lead. Well, actually, we retake the lead. It's 19-14. We go for 2 here to try and make it a 7-point game. And Gardner gets stopped, or was he? I'm not too sure. They marked this as a 0-yard gain, which was a little bit interesting. So I decided to challenge it, thinking at the least this was not a 0-yard gain, and that maybe they could overturn the spot of the ball. And even though it's a 2-point conversion, we would not lose a timeout. But as we check a look at the replay, he clearly moves past the 3-yard line, which is where the ball was snapped. But I'm not too sure if he gets in the end zone. This is a good angle right here. Let's see if his knee touches. It looks like that right knee is going to come down just a little bit shy of the goal line. So this probably will not be overturned, but at the least we could get a different spot and save our timeout, right? Well, it's not going to work out like that. They're going to end up costing us the timeout. I don't know, maybe if it's just like a thing where if you don't get the touchdown on the 2-point conversion, it's just a no-yard gain no matter what. I'm not sure what that was about, but nonetheless, we're going to take over here after a nice punt return from Antonio Huff. Here's a handoff to Kylie Newell to the outside, down the left sideline. He'll pick up a 16-yard gain on the play. First down coming up. Now on 1st and 10, Ben McLean, shotgun set's going to drop back, fire it deep. He's looking for a man, and that is intercepted. I made some really poor decisions with Ben McLean today. I was trying to force a lot towards the kind of the end of this third quarter and the second half really in general, but I started to force a lot trying to get Ben McLean a little bit more into the action. Antonio Huff on a nice punt return right there. Let's see if we can make the most out of this drive. We're going to go on 1st and 10, a little shotgun set action. He's going to be a read option handoff to Kylie Newell up the middle for the 8-yard gain. There's a flag on the play, and this is going to be personal foul, face mask on the defense. We'll pick up an extra 15 yards onto the 8-yard gainer, leaving us the 23-yard net gain, and we will continue the drive here on 1st and 10 coming up. But a big break for Georgia State right there, continuing to build our momentum a little bit. 2nd and 10, McLean is going to drop back, looking over the middle, and boy, that was one of the dumbest throws I've ever made in this game, I swear. I know I make some really poor decisions sometimes with quarterbacks, and now I'm probably going to get hated in the comment section for making terrible throws, but that was, wow, that was really bad. I should have floated that one a little bit more if I was even trying to attempt to make that throw, but Joseph Peterson right there, coming up big on the hit, forcing the 4th down, and they would punt it away. Joseph Peterson had himself quite a day, and Kyler Neal, here he goes. He never breaks the big run, but he had a ton of space right there, down the sideline, inside of the 5, touchdown, 76-yard touchdown run for Kyler Neal. What a run by the sophomore running back, the redshirt sophomore running back. Like I said, he's not a big run type of guy, but when he breaks I mean, you know, he's got the speed to do it, and he just found some holes right there and was able to run all the way to the end zone. But take a look at this play on 3rd down. This was some miscommunication, it looks like, by Army, as I don't know if that was supposed to be a handoff or whatever, but that's an easy takedown for Tanner Strickland and Scott Powers. They would punt it away, and Antonio Huff almost muffs that punt, and we were on the brink of icing this game right here, and Antonio Huff almost cost us big right there by muffing that one. But here we go, time to run out some clock. Kyler Neal up the middle. He's going to cross the 50-yard line and pick up a 14-yard gain on the play. And now on 1st and 10 inside of 5 minutes to play. Look at that, 18 first downs already on the day. Great performance so far by this offense, especially in the second half. 12-yard gainer for Kyler Neal right there. And now on 1st and 10, offset formation on the pistol to the right side. Kyler Neal is going to take this one to the outside and will cross the hash marks for a 6-yard gainer. And now later in the drive on 3rd and inches, we're going shotgun set, handoff to Blake Gardner. And Kyler Neal was actually battling back spasms throughout this game, so he had a few less carries than he would have otherwise. So Gardner, you're going to see, is going to get some action. But here we go on a read option. McLean up the middle. He will slide down. That'll set up 3rd and 3. Army with just one timeout left. A first down pretty much ices this game. We would get it. And then later in the drive on 2nd and goal, Kyler Neal up the middle. Touchdown, Georgia State. And that is pretty much going to ice this ball game. That makes it 33-14. But check this out, after an offsides penalty gave Army one more play, they would try to go towards the end zone, and Antonio Huff picks up another interception, a 2nd of the day. He has performed really well since moving him to the 1st string and benching Cameron Melton. Well, Melton, not really benching him, but moving him inside to the 3rd string. That way, you know, he's not very fast. Antonio Huff is very, very fast, and he can, you know, stay with guys on the outside, whereas Cameron Melton's a bit bulkier, and he handles some of these bigger guys a little bit better. So we keep him on the inside, and our secondary has been a lot better since then. We've been forcing a lot of turnovers lately since kind of switching more towards a zone-oriented defense. This game especially, we ran a lot of cover 3, and that worked out very well. Joseph Peterson and Kyler Neal both had phenomenal games. Kyler Neal ends up with over 200 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns, and Joseph Peterson had like 14 tackles. Phenomenal game out of him. He had a couple really big 3rd down stops, carried the team, and I was really happy to have him perform well, because I actually user controlled most of the game. I was pretty happy with how I did. So anyway, that's pretty much going to do it for me, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy. It doesn't matter. Peace.